It's my honor and privilege to welcome you to this 6th edition of the Brand Insight program.
We are making the product from India. It is kind of assumed that it is not as good as a product that is coming in from a US or a European market.
You must make sure Made in Bharat means it's the best. Because when the nation's brand is built, not only business, every citizen's brand is better. Have you noticed, in the last 5 to 8 years' time, suddenly if you present an Indian passport, people are looking at you a little more respectfully than they used to 10 years ago. That's brand building. India has built its brand consciously and it's good.
Are you thinking of your purpose like a opportunist, like a creator, or like a transformer?
Put yourself in your customer's shoes and say, if I was my company's customer, this is the change I want to see. Then you connect it back to what you do, then you know that's the reason why they would prefer you, because you're directly addressing the change that they want to see, not just the change you want to see.
Marketing is not just about selling to a guy who has money to pay for your product. Marketing is about fulfilling some of their desires in a way in which only your product uniquely can.
Ikigai in Japanese does not mean any grand purpose. It means reason for existence, which is what you do today without being bothered by legacy.
In life, there are only two things that one seeks, essentially, if you strip down all the frills. One is the profoundness of one's inner experience, and the second is the impactfulness of one's actions.
Branding is the foundation, who you are. Marketing is how do you reach the audience. Advertising is how to persuade and influence, is the loudspeaker. And sales is how do you transact, it's the trade.
The idea of an insight is to try and understand the human of your consumer better than they themselves and get an understanding of them which makes them feel like you got them.
Purpose is defining why you exist. It is very intrinsic to why you're doing your business, why you exist. But as we all heard through the Q&A session from Sadhguru yesterday, it is always in service of something.
The ability to say that you may not be right about your opinion is also very important.
A story needs a problem. If a problem or a conflict, I'm using the words interchangeably here. A problem or a conflict. If there's no problem, there's no story.
But here's the truth. AI can manage a warehouse, but it can't define the heart and soul of your business.
Safe South, we had like thousands of influencers that we were now in touch with. Just from influencers alone, I believe the views were in the hundreds of millions. This is just in the US, which was unprecedented, and it was all done by volunteers just speaking from the heart and storytelling.
I think Sadhguru is like the genius of making sure things are always consistent. But we have tried to present creative ideas where Sadhguru has kind of always told us to kind of come back to the basics and keep it simple and keep it consistent.
So powerful brands are built on the back of insight, emotion, uniqueness, consistency in execution. And this happens across product, positioning, packaging, communication, action.